I know this topic is a long overdue with the Squid Game. I find it's brilliant, the film, the concept, and everything, and it shows a deeper meaning, especially is when it released during the lockdown, coronavirus, and to make us to realize double thinking of the debt part. I'll be honest with you guys. Afterpay Zippays can be very addictive. It can be good and bad depending on how you use it. Depending on how you use it, as I mentioned before, I view it differently if you use Afterpay and Zippay, especially if you're gonna go for traveling, right? Depending on the purpose, but I've used it on traveling, getting Airbnb, getting flight tickets, or getting hotels, or what's that word? Getting tours. Some of them can use Zippay or Afterpay or whatever the pay it is. I believe it's a very good thing, but people are addicted to debt, right? So people cannot control themselves and just tap all the way through, scan the QR code, and it has become what it is. Now, obviously, on the Squid Game, it mentions credit card and probably personal debt, or maybe just mortgage debt. More and more people are addicted to debt without realizing, and it's a norm to have debt, right? And it's a norm that people have to buy a house, they have to take a home loan. Fair enough, it's a commodity, right? But the film has struck many people on how addicted and naive debt can get to. Now, I think it's that misuse of the debt and the way how people are exploiting the use of it. That's where it becomes problematic, and they cannot control themselves because debt can buy their luxurious lifestyle or the moment, right? It can be one way or the other. So when you have like that, and the film hits so hard to realize how debt should be used as a conservative way, not through a very the moment or the temporary, just to achieve that goal or dream, alright? And there's a consequence of these people who took a chance to play the game, and they give up to realize what's the outcome, getting shot on the head or getting killed. But when they left the game and when they have another offer to enter the game, they all went back, which is start to realize that my life is meaningless, because even if I go back to reality, that I still have a large amount of debt that I cannot pay because of my income or etc. or shameness or whatever. But it's a bit funny where this film is being filmed in South Korea, because South Korea is a very high debt capital as well. Vanity, and as well like competing nature. I honestly believe that this sort of debt thing shouldn't be based on emotions and dreams and competitiveness to be useful, because that's abuse of financially that you're putting a strain without. And once you have that addiction, you don't care how much the price it is, you just want to buy and maximize every single payout there, even personal loan. And when it comes to a fortnightly payment or monthly, you start to scratch yourself, you cannot pay. Like, it has become excessive use on convenience, instant gratification, that getting on that sort of stuff. So it has damaged many of the people. And I've watched another clip that's a review and feedback from China, and they say that many of the people would like to join that sort of game instead of paying this sort of debt every month that they cannot meet day to day. So they have that as well, and it made me realize that, oh, that's not shopping, right? It made me realize I'm looking at the whole thing, and it hits people realistically hard with the reality appeal. And when I see that, I start to say to myself, even myself when I did Afterpay, even myself not using cash, using cashless payment, I could see the way how I spend on spending is ridiculous than what I used to have when I always have cash in my wallet. And we're living in that society, we are numb. And it is what it is. So the cost of living is going up, and we cannot afford to pay this sort of luxurious item. So we use this sort of debt, instant debt, I like to call it, instead of all this pay, to purchase all this stuff. So that's my video. Ooh, the stolen car lights on my front of me. I don't understand why. But anywho, I hope this like opens my eyes